For defensive players, Calais Campbell, David Long Jr., Jalen Ramsey, and Zach Sealer stood tall as the Miami Dolphins captains this week. But one name, glaringly absent from that list, sparked surprise: Jevon Holland. At just 24, Holland has already left his mark. He's been a key leader for Miami and had proudly worn the captain's sleeve for the last 2 seasons. So, why isn't it on his chest this time? Holland didn't seem too fazed. He took the news in stride, without much drama. Yet, does that really tell the whole story? When Holland spoke to Kay Adams on Up and Adams, he didn't sugarcoat it. Honestly, there wasn't much of a conversation. The team voted. I didn't practice most of camp. I had a bang, a bruise here and there. It is what it is, Holland shared, his tone calm, but not indifferent. He wasn't shy about why he felt things turned out this way. I wasn't around enough at practice to establish myself as one of those guys. And that's fine, he added. Was it really just about missing practice? His absence from camp certainly could have been a factor, but leadership? That's a different story. Holland's response was steady, confident. No bitterness in his words. If I don't got the C on my chest, I don't got the C on my chest, but that doesn't mean I'm not still a leader. It doesn't change who I am or how I've been for this team. I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing. His confidence is clear, but you wonder if there's more beneath the surface. Being a captain isn't just about votes. It's about presence, and maybe that's what this boils down to, how others see him when he's not always there on the field. Not long ago, veteran tackle Terron Armstead was singing Holland's praises, calling him a standout, a real leader. He's a special young man, Armstead said in July. He's wise beyond his years. He's a leader. He's handling things most people don't even realize. Those are strong words coming from someone like Armstead, a man who knows a thing or two about leadership. It's clear that Holland's influence on the field, and in the locker room, doesn't disappear just because he's not a captain. Still, you can't ignore the reality: Miami's defense has a fresh wave of veteran leadership this season. Pro Bowlers, All-Pros, Super Bowl champs, they've got experience and resumes that speak for themselves. Calais Campbell, Jordan Poyer, Kendall Fuller, Jordan Brooks, Marcus May, these names bring clout. And for a team with big ambitions, maybe that's what the Dolphins need right now. Holland understands that. He even admitted as much. Of course, I had a feeling. We've got all this veteran leadership. We've got guys who have been to Pro Bowls, been All-Pros, won championships. Obviously, they're going to be the ones leading guys who haven't been in those positions before. He's not blind to what's happening. He sees the writing on the wall. Does it sting? Maybe. But he's not saying. Holland isn't one to beg for recognition. He doesn't need the C to define him. He's heading into the final year of his rookie contract, with free agency looming in 2025. And while other players may focus on locking in their next big payday, Holland remains focused on what's ahead for the Dolphins. Whether he's labeled as captain or not, his role within the team seems far from diminished. Is this a turning point for him? The absence of the C doesn't mean he's lost respect. Quite the opposite. It might even be a challenge, a test of whether he can still command the same respect and influence without that official title. It's a subtle shift, a question hanging in the air. How will Holland respond, not just to his teammates, but to himself? The answer might not come immediately. It might show itself in the heat of the season, in those moments where leadership is defined not by patches on jerseys, but by actions on the field. Holland seems prepared for whatever comes next.